In an attempt to control the rents of homes that fall within the pagdee system, the Maharashtra government has now made new amendments to the Rent Control Act. Essentially, the government has attempted to bring in rules to homes that have been following the traditional pagdee system, which accounts to nearly 80% of residential complexes in South Bombay. Citizens have till the 31st of March to make their suggestions and objections to the proposed draft rules. Residents of these buildings now say that not only is there a lack of clarity in these rules, but the system itself must be abolished. Listen in.
After facing severe backlash over excluding bigger homes in the Maharashtra Rent Control Act, the Maharashtra government has now come up with new amendments in its latest draft rules, which is open to suggestions and objections. However, citizens are extremely unhappy with the new amendments. Let's find out what their grouse is. First of all, let's begin with you, sir. Tell me at this point in time, what is the biggest problem that you find with these new amendments?
I think we should, the flat should be made ownership. Because we have already paid a pagdee, 75% of the value of the flat, and they have charged us a premium rent at the time when we had taken this. We have occupied this flat since 1940. It was in my grandfather's name, and I think it should be made ownership.
Why increase rent? In fact, the present government is so intent on a transparent white economy. I mean, these are the biggest breeding grounds. Pagdee flats are the biggest breeding grounds for black money. I mean, it makes no sense. You know, let's not just talk about rent issues. It's high time the government makes it ownership. And since the government has said housing for all, I mean, it is our own house. Now give it to us. Give it back to us.
A couple of points that have come through this new amendments is that 25% increase if the landlord undertakes some sort of repair work. Do you think there's lack of clarity when it comes to tenants also contributing to this?
Yeah, you know, I mean, in South Bombay, I have a number of friends who have been contributing themselves to repair the buildings. Unfortunately, the landlords deliberately do not repair the building because they want the tenants to be fed up and leave. So the tenants get together and repair the building, and this amount goes into very huge amounts. Now, if the landlord repairs and if they're expecting the rents to go up, similarly, is it not fair that if the tenants are repairing, they should expect a reduction in the rents?
So what is the suggestion you're making?
Suggestion is to reduce the rents if the tenants are repairing. There needs to be proper procedures drafted in the Rent Control Act, which is totally absent at the moment.